level of like, how cursed could this one be? And I don't know, the Cupid doll kind of gave me like cursed energy.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexa Sunshine 83 here. So I have gotten so many requests to do more estate sale videos because I think the last one I did was almost a year ago, and I literally go on estatesales.net every single week, and there just hasn't been any estate sales that I have felt excited enough about to put myself through the anxiety of going to an estate sale. Although estate sale listings don't have photos of every single thing they will be selling, I do wait until there's an estate sale where there's at least one thing in the listing photos that I really want. That way, worst case scenario, I buy one thing. And the estate sale today, there's one specific thing that I have my fingers crossed that I really want, but there's also other things that I'm really excited about that I really also want. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, honestly, because they aren't allowing people, basically it's like a gated community, and usually on estate sale listings they will have rules like you can show up 4 hours before, 2 hours before. It'll be like, don't line up until an hour before. But this estate sale had nothing. And so I ended up emailing the person that's putting it on. And it was also kind of like, you could show up before 10 and see if they'll let you in, like the guards at the gate. So I did 2 hours early, and the guard told me to come back 10 minutes before 10 a.m., which is when the actual estate sale opens. So I just really don't know how it's gonna go, because I just can't imagine everyone, like nobody's gonna be there early technically, and like the line situation. So I just don't know, but I'm gonna have a positive outlook on it and have my fingers crossed that it goes well. Yeah, I have about an hour and a half still that I'm waiting until then, but yeah, I will see you when we actually get to the estate sale. I will go through later kind of the chaos of the beginning of this estate sale, but the title of this one was Disney Collector, and they had not only Disney pieces but also really beautiful figurines in general. Lots of Snow White, like mainly Snow White art and figurines, but they even had some Betty Boop stuff, which unfortunately was taken by the time it was my turn to go in. There were some really pretty leather and suede women's jackets. I personally own enough, so I was good, but that brown fringe run was so cool. There was some nightgowns that, in my opinion, could be styled up to be worn casually, and then again, lots of figurines. The Campbell soup doll was adorable, and then this Cupid one was so cool. Basically, you were then supposed to sew clothes for it, and it was completely unopened. Lots of Disney button-ups, unfortunately none in John or I's size, and then some sweaters, long sleeves. Y'all know how much restraint I had to do to not buy that Christmas one or even the Valentine's Day one. I also really wanted the Christmas long sleeve because I was like, oh my gosh, it's not a Christmas sweater, it's something different, but I did leave it. Also the St. Patrick's one, like so fun. I love a theme. It was really hard to envision the long sleeves and even the sweaters that they had. Like this sweater just seemed like such a dream, but I could not think about it on my body, and I couldn't figure out if the material was actually itchy or not because I was drenched in sweat. Again, lots of really cute and fun figurines. I was trying not to go overboard and be like, where would I put this? Where would I put that? But I feel the home decor at estate sales is like none other. They even had a little bag full of pins, which I think would be really fun to decorate a denim purse. The next room had more artwork, more quilts and stuffed animals, and just a lot of really fun and interesting pieces. I was considering the animal print jacket just because it was so cool, but I did end up leaving it. On the listing, it had about 4 different Disney jackets, and by the time I got in there were still 3. Both of the leather ones' arms were too long, but this tan one actually fit me perfectly. It has now been an hour later. I will talk a little bit about this estate sale because it was a little bit of a hot mess. Also, estate sailing during the summer is not for the weak, but Sadly, the thing I really wanted, somebody else got, which is totally okay. There were a lot of Depop bros, also lots of people in like full-on Disney outfits, so they definitely got the good Disney stuff, but I did get something that's Disney related. Gonna head home, take a shower, wash the stuff I did end up getting, and then show you all what I did end up getting.
Already, it has been a couple of days and I feel like I have decompressed from the estate sale. I don't know if anyone else feels this way when you go to estate sales, but I always get this really bad like pit in my stomach of anxiety, feeling like I'm not gonna be there early enough, or just the whole thing of having so many people around as you're looking at something, and then also the anxiety of trying to make a decision. I feel like estate sales, unfortunately, I have regretted a lot of my purchases just because there's so much going on that you don't really have a sec to like properly think about it. But I actually feel like the things that I got are really amazing and I'm really proud of myself. There were a couple of things that I went back and forth with, like the Cupid doll. I know it was so adorable, but I am still figuring out my organization and decor of the office to where I just wasn't sure about it, and I'm really trying. If I am not 100% like heck yes for a purchase, then even if I'm like 90% heck yes, if I'm not 100, I am leaving it. And also, okay, whenever it comes to little antiques, especially like dolls and stuff, there's a level of like, how cursed could this one be? And I don't know, the Cupid doll kind of gave me like cursed energy. I did get something that John says gives cursed energy, but I don't personally agree. Anyway, this estate sale was definitely the most chaotic, and just the fact of it being gated made it so difficult to know when you could go into the gated community, because there was a lot of miscommunication. And literally, I got to the gate at 9:50. Well, I had gotten there at 8. Then they told me to come back at 9:50. And so I finally got to the actual home at like 9:51, and there was 60 people already there in line, written their name down. And I'm like, how did that happen? So the Winnie the Pooh denim jacket I had seen on the estate sale website, like obviously that was gonna be the first one to go, and I'm so happy for whoever ended up getting, but I did get a little stab in my heart when I realized it wasn't there anymore. But I did decide to get this Disney winter jacket. As you saw, there were a couple of Disney jackets, but some of them were just like a little bit too long. And this one, what really got me was the collar. I just love the corduroy. This jacket is really well made. It's warm, but then not too warm. Like, it actually is probably perfect for Southern California winter in air quotes. I don't know if I mentioned it in the voiceover, but all the Disney jackets were $125. So I'm pretty sure that Winnie the Pooh one was probably over $125. Pricing was pretty like middle. It was very similar to Savers. But yeah, all the Disney jackets were $125. And so it ended up working out that the leather jacket ended up not working out. It didn't fit how I wanted it to fit. I don't know why I'm having a tough time like articulating today, but this one was only $30. So, I mean, with how cute it is and like $30, I felt like that was a steal for what the other ones were being priced at. By the time they had called my name, I would say a lot of the clothing was pretty picked over, but I found this top and oh my goodness, it's absolutely everything to me. I could have been completely happy just buying this because of how amazing it is. It is a Heart Forever 21 top, and I know you're looking at it like, Alexa, what's so interesting about it? Number one, it's a boat neck, and it's a proper boat neck, like a vintage boat neck. Yes, it's Forever 21, but it has a paper tag, and I believe if it has a paper tag, it is usually from the 90s. I saw a Reddit post about another top that had a paper tag, and someone said that it was from 1997. So vintage Forever 21 from the 90s, potentially boat neck top. It has the cutest little heart detailing. Also the material, it is polyester, but it's like the vintage good polyester, not the bathing suit polyester that clothing is made out of nowadays. It's something that is so simple, but once I put it on my body, I was like, oh my gosh. Like I was going into this haul being like, okay, like I like the pieces that I got, but when I was actually trying it on for the try on portion, I put this on and I was like, oh my God, I love this thing so much. It's everything to me. And it was $8. $8. Like I said, I did end up getting a home decor doll. And this is the one that John says it kind of looks a little cursed. I, again, don't think, it's adorable to me. It is precious. It is adorable. I love the little dress. It actually reminds me of this dress from the fashion brand company, the fashion brand company. I don't know. They have a dress that looks exactly like this. Apparently there is supposed to be something in the back. I'd found this figurine on eBay and there is supposed to be something in the back, but you wouldn't know that unless you looked it up, and it doesn't look odd without it, but the little heart on it, and it's just so adorable. It was only $5, and I feel you can get really carried away. Similar to the clothing, you can get really carried away with the home decor, and that's also just something I'm trying to be mindful of like, if I don't have a place, then I need to leave it for somebody else. And I'm still not sure the place for her, but she was too cute to pass up, so maybe I broke my own rule. I don't know. Thank you all so much for watching. As stressful as it was, I am happy I went, and I'm really happy with all the pieces. I was so close to just leaving when I texted John, and like after I realized I was 60th in line, and again saw people in full decked out Disney outfits, and like you can just tell when people are resellers. He was like, just stay, like I'm sure there will be stuff, like even just one thing, and I'm just really happy I did stay, because obviously everyone is potentially looking for something completely different. Also, shout out to Amanda. She is a viewer, and I had met her at the estate sale, her and her mom, and they were just the kindest. They honestly like made my time in line so much better, and I really hope you both ended up finding some good stuff. But yeah, if you like thrifting and secondhand fashion, then make sure to subscribe right down below and hit that little bell to be notified every time I make a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is AlexSunshine83. I will see you all in my next video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!